Malachi chapter 4, verse 4. Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant. This is prophetic. Verse 1 of chapter 4 says, For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. This is God's wrath. This is God's fire that burns as an oven. And in that day it says, remember the law of Moses, my servant. Stay with me. I'm going to ask some questions. I'd like to see what the church has to say. Leviticus 23. That says, remember the law of Moses. Leviticus 23 says, And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts, the feasts of the Lord, my feasts. These are the feasts of the Lord. And verse 14 of Leviticus 23, it says that this is a statute forever. Verse 21 says that they are a statute forever. Verse 31 says they are a statute forever. Verse 41 says they are a statute forever. The Lord's feasts. The Lord's feasts. And over here in Amos, chapter 5, verse 21, it says, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. I despise your feasts and your solemn assemblies. So we have the feasts of the Lord. We're reminded in Malachi chapter 4 to remember the law of Moses. And here in Leviticus 23, we have the Lord's feasts. The first feast is the Sabbath. And you got the feasts of the Lord. And now we are coming upon, and he says, I despise your feasts. You go over here to Exodus. Chapter 32. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, Up make us gods, which shall go before us. For as this Moses, this man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we would not what is become of him. And Aaron said unto them, Break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them unto me. And all the people brake off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. And he received them at their hand, and fashioned it with a graven tool, after he had made a molten calf. And they said, There be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it, and Aaron made proclamation and said, Tomorrow is a feast to the Lord. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go, get ye down, for the people which thou brought out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves. Aaron saw it. He built an altar before it. And Aaron made proclamation and said, Tomorrow is a feast to the Lord. A feast to the Lord. Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19, and I will give them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of their flesh, and I will give them a heart of flesh, that they may walk in my statutes and keep mine ordinances and do them. And they shall be my people, and I will be their God. Ezekiel 36. Ezekiel 36. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes. And you shall keep my judgments and do them. I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes and keep my judgments and do them. 1 Kings. First Kings chapter 12. Jeroboam said in his heart, Now shall the kingdom return to the house of David. If this people go up to do sacrifices in the house of the Lord at Jerusalem, then shall the heart of this people turn again unto their Lord, even unto Rehoboam, king of Judah, and they shall kill me, and go again to Rehoboam, king of Judah. Whereupon the king took counsel and made 2 calves of gold, and said unto them, It is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Behold thy gods which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Those are the two calves of gold. And he set the one in Bethel and the other in Dan. And this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before the one even unto Dan, and to make an house of high place made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi. And Jeroboam ordained a feast in the 8th month on the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast that is in Judah, and he offered upon the altar. So did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calves that he had made, and he placed in Bethel the priests of the high places which he had made. He offered upon the altar which he had made in Bethel the 15th day of the 8th month, even in the month which he had devised in his own heart, and ordained a feast unto the children of Israel, and offered the altar of burnt incense. So he offered upon the altar which he had made in Bethel the 15th day of the 8th month, even in the month which he had devised in his own heart. In his own heart. We're coming up on Christmas. A feast that we have inherited. A man-made feast which we have inherited. And I want to ask you, are you going to honor a feast that is despised? You're going to make offerings in and around a feast that was manufactured by man. Pretty good question, I'd say.